have issued a statement in Zamfara on Zamfara and nothing has changed. No extension.
Submit your list of candidates by Thursday or risk losing out, INEC tells parties.
We had a primary at City King Hotel in Zamfara.
APC insists it has candidates for Zamfara. Ekiti gets set to inaugurate its new governor. And Kano State Assembly launches investigation into alleged bribery scandal involving state governor. A warm welcome to Network News. I am Joy Usiago. Reading with me tonight is Elizabeth Omori in our Lagos Network Center, and Salamatu Umar Abdullahi is in Sokoto, and Chinenye Umonye joins us from Enugu. Any political party that fails to submit its list of candidates before 12 midnight on Thursday stands the risk of not participating in the 2019 general elections. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu stated this at ECHO's Network of Electoral Commission in Abuja. Mie Ugidi reports.
The conclusion of party primaries literally marks the end of internal politics, making those apolitical to feel as if the political space is on holidays, waiting for the 90 days to the election to embark on full electioneering campaigns. Beneath, however, is the sensitive issue of submission of candidates by the 89 political parties before the end of 18th of October 2019. But what will be the fate of those who may not meet up with the deadline and those who did not conduct party primaries?
You only submit lists and names of people who have emerged through a democratic process. If you did not conduct elections primaries to choose your candidates, we will not entertain a list of candidates from that political party.
We have issued a statement in Zamfara on Zamfara and nothing has changed. No extension.
From national politics to sub-regional politics, the president of the ECOWAS Network of Electoral Commissions, ECONET, advised electoral umpires in the West African sub-region to be mindful of the consequences of flawed elections.
Well-conducted election is a recipe for peace, progress, and development. A badly conducted election is a recipe for chaos and even civil war. But we are committed to ensuring that we conduct credible elections for peace, order, and good governance of our countries and the sub-region.
A document on the need to scale down the rising cost of election administration is to be validated by the Commission. Mie Ogidi, NT News.
Meanwhile, the National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, Lanre Issa Onilu, has reaffirmed the party's position that governorship primary election in Zamfara State was conducted. He says the Independent National Electoral Commission is an umpire that should not take decision before the end of the game.
The game is still on. 18th of October is the date. And I'm sure INEC also will do the right thing. They don't perhaps have all the information yet. And by the time we turn in our reports, they will know that perhaps there is some gap, and they will be okay with it at the end of the day. We don't have any fear. We had a primary at City King Hotel in Zamfara. That's held before the deadline. There are issues, and part of INEC guidelines recognize there could be issues. And when there are issues, what you need to do next is to resolve the issue. That's where you have the space of time between when the primary ended and the 18th of October, when you're going to make your final submission.
He added that the party is working according to guidelines stipulated in both INEC and the party's constitution. And still talking politics, there will be no eligible voter that will be disenfranchised in the 2019 general elections, irrespective of the physical or psychological conditions. INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Federal Capital Territory, Yaya Bello, gave the assurance when he played host to the leadership of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities in Abuja. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday was there.
Available records from persons living with disabilities show that there are about 29.7 million persons living with one form of physical challenge or another.
We're here to brief you on the project that we're doing within your state.
Members of the association are meeting with INEC to make case for their inclusion in the preparation for the 2019 elections. They say disaster is increasing their number, making them a formidable force.
This project is designed to bring persons with disability, including the most vulnerable, into the electoral process, a window that INEC has presented.
That's right, for all our people.
Lack of accessibility was obvious, which they say is not peculiar to the INEC building.
So there is need for an improvised makeshift ramp to enhance full accessibility to the polling ballots on the day of election. That's all we are clamoring for.
Our level of preparedness will assure you that we are leaving no stone unturned in order to ensure that in 2019, people with disability will have to smile because they will vote just like any other person by the grace of God.
One of the innovations introduced by key players is the Braille ballot guide at the last Osun State governorship election to help visually impaired persons vote unaided. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to lead the hierarchy of the All Progressives Congress APC governors and other prominent Nigerians to the inauguration of Dr. Kayode Fayemi as executive governor. Kola Adebobuye reports that logistics and security arrangements are already in place.
At the Ekiti Parakpo Pavilion in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, venue of the inauguration, arrangements are in top gear by different committee and individuals saddled with the responsibilities of ensuring a befitting atmosphere to make the arena complement the ceremony.
We're also not going to militarize the situation because it's a celebration. Nevertheless, we will not allow any incident to happen.
Chairman, Publicity Subcommittee of the 2018 Ekiti Governorship Inauguration Committee said the inauguration of the new governor will showcase the rich cultural potentials of the state and assure people of each free celebration as adequate arrangements have been made.
Adequate arrangements have been for traffic control and crowd control, and we trust that we're going to have an excellent outing for these week-long activities.
The inauguration of Dr. Kayode Fayemi for the second term as governor is expected to take place in less than 24 hours. In Ado-Ekiti, Kola Adebobuyi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party's governors have commenced a consultative meeting with all the presidential aspirants of the party in the just concluded national convention held in Port Harcourt. Timothy Yusuf reports on the consultative mission.
The chairman of the PDP National Convention Committee and governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, Bayelsa State Governor Seriake Dixon, and their Taraba counterpart Darius Ishaku, on behalf of their colleagues, first visited Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, during which they implored him to give support to the party in the 2019 general elections.
We intend to go around each one of them and hold discussions with them and get their perspectives and thank and appreciate their sense of sportsmanship. What they have done by their conduct has deepened our party's internal democracy.
We've had a very, very robust and fruitful engagement on the way forward.
Similar message was also taken to former Kaduna State Governor, Senator Ahmed Makarafi.
I'm a party man. Anytime the party needs me, I will be there, irrespective of what comes out of it, for me.
They enjoined PDP members to remain united and shun any divisive tendency. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
And for a beat on politics from Kano State, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje has come under investigation by the state legislature following an alleged bribery scandal which went viral on social media platform. The legislators decided to launch an investigation into the matter following a motion of urgent public importance by the Chief Whip, Labaran Abdul. Muhammadu Rabiu Ali reports.
The 7-man ad hoc committee was constituted following alleged financial inducement against Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. The alleged footage of the bribery went viral on social media. This did not go down well with the legislature. Presenting the motion under urgent public importance, the House Chief Whip, Labaran Abdul Madari, said the legislature has a constitutional duty to investigate the matter. While seconding the motion, the House Leader Baffa Babana Agundi, alongside other legislators, expressed concern over the situation, which they said tarnished the image of the state government, hence the need for urgent action by the State Assembly to launch an investigation to unravel the truth. Baffa Babana Agundi, however, said the House shall pass a resolution restraining the executive arm from seeking legal redress because the governor has an immunity that may impede their assignment. The committee, which has 1 month to submit its report, is to carry out thorough investigation and verify the authenticity of the video clip. From Kano, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
And moving away from politics, the objective of the Executive Order 6 signed into law recently by President Muhammadu Buhari is to speed up cases of corruption involving some Nigerians which have been dragging for years and to prevent such persons from evading the law. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, while speaking on NTA Good Morning Nigeria, reaffirmed that the enforcement of Executive Order 6 remains key in the present administration's fight against corruption.
Is to ensure two things. One, that the beneficiaries of this corrupt proceeds of corruption do not have access, to it so that they don't dissipate. And two, you want a situation in which you speed up the process. As I told you earlier that some of these cases go back 10 years back.
Another guest, Hamzat Gudaji, a legal practitioner, stated that it is constitutional to get a court order on forfeiture of asset without necessarily infringing on the rights of citizens.
Wants to reinforce the execution of laws, he issues executive order to that effect, and which is what the president did. So it's a form of best practice in governance.
The ban on blasting activities earlier imposed on areas that experienced earth tremors in the Federal Capital Territory, except Mpapi, has been lifted. In a statement by the media assistant to the Minister of State, Mines and Steel Development, Ishaku Kibu, the Minister, Abubakar Bawa Buhari, however, said mining companies are advised to ensure they put in place sensors on their sites to detect some would-be tremors before it happens. We pause for some messages. The news continues after this timeout.
My people, how na dey? You see, since what the company pay point agent, now so customers they rush enter my shade. Anytime when they come pay for something wey concern them, that's how they go buy my market.
Oga, I won't pay my electric bill. How this grandma join?
See what I tell you, for it and the pay. What are you waiting for? Why not you come to the pay point agent for your area and enjoy better? Hey, what go tell a pay point. Now in paper.
The Honorable Minister of Transportation, Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, CON, cordially invites stakeholders in the maritime sector and members of the general public to the 2018 World Maritime Day celebration with the theme, Our Heritage, Better Shaping for a Better Future. Chairman and Special Guest of Honor, Mr. Boss Gida Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Date, Tuesday, 16th October 2018. Venue, Iris and Jasmine Hall, Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. S. Zachary, Permanent Secretary. Announcer.
When I was a little girl, I loved spending time with Mum and Grandma cleaning the house.
I was so excited to sing in the choir. And your shirts are always so white. I knew what Mum's secret was. Today, I'm a modern woman that still trusts the secrets passed down to me. It's Jik, of course. The original trusted bleach, which can be used all around your house for amazing results. Shh, it's our little secret. It's no secret. It's Jik's best ever extra whitening power. Just Jik it.
Can your milk do this?
Love is boiled sweet stuck to your pockets. Love is a kiss.
Can your milk do this?
Can your milk do this? Mine can.
With Hollandia evaporated milk, your cereals, smoothies, and variation of beverages taste pleasantly different. Hollandia evaporated milk. Life tastes different.
House of cheese.
Hello.
Hi, Jenny.
Can you supply 1,000 bottles of juice by noon? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, bye. Hello.
One day, I go any store and say I want everything.
Jenny, auntie, please I need a loan.
One day, anything I want.
Hurry up.
Get it times 2. Someday, I'll be living.
Hello.
Sorry, me lower.
Clean that up. Clean that up.
Because I don't get the money, you downgrade me. Sorry, me lower.
Your order is on the way.
Are you an entrepreneur looking for financing to grow a business? I have good news for you. Development Bank of Nigeria now provides sustainable financing through commercial banks, microfinance banks, and other financial institutions with repayment terms of up to 10 years. Please do remember, paying back your loan in good time will give you access to more loans.
Development Bank of Nigeria. Financing sustainable growth.
But the excitement is still on. Draw what you did in your holidays and you stand a chance to win your dream holiday. Follow 3 simple steps to enter. Step 1, draw your holiday experience. Step 2, snap a picture. Step 3, send picture, name and address to the WhatsApp number 0902-588-8888. Hurry! Go grab your Indomie packs now. Offer valid till stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. Indomie noodles. Tasty nutrition. Good for you.
I need a product that I can really trust to restore my skin's natural glow. Nivea Natural Fairness Body Lotion containing unique berry extracts and UV protection to restore your natural glow and care for your skin.
Hello. Here to pick up your sister? Mommy? Wow, such beautiful glowing skin.
Reveal your natural glow with Natural Fairness Body Lotion from Nivea.
The time has come again when we all gather at the Unity Forum to celebrate the uniqueness of our cultural diversity and showcase the beauty of our cultural creativity and ingenuity. It's the National Festival of Arts and Culture, NAFEST, in the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Come, let's celebrate our culture and heritage. Hold it 20th to 27th October 2018. Special features, dance drama, traditional wrestling, indigenous textiles and cuisine, arts and crafts exhibition, entrepreneurship roundtable, skills acquisition, and many more. 20th to 27th October 2018. Be a part of history. It's NAFEST Rivers 2018, the festival that unites the nation. Otumba Olusegun Runshewe, DG National Council for Arts and Culture, announced.
Thanks for staying with us on NTA Network News. The federal government has expressed shock and sadness over the killing of another aid worker by Boko Haram on Monday, despite the actions taken by the government and the widespread appeal to save the young woman. In a statement issued in London on Monday, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, described the killing as dastardly, inhuman and ungodly, saying nothing can justify the shedding of blood of innocent people. The federal government commiserates with the family of the aid worker. In the meantime, the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Dole has decimated a Boko Haram terrorist at Bogum in northern Borno State. The Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ibikunle Daramola, says that intelligence reports revealed significant activities of the Boko Haram terrorists within the settlement. In quick response, the Air Task Force deployed 2 Mi-35 helicopter gunships to engage the identified positions and concentration areas in successive waves, with high heat leading to neutralization of several of the terrorists, while the few survivors were tracked and mopped up in subsequent follow-up attacks. The Nigerian Air Force, working in synergy with ground forces, says it will continue to sustain the tempo of operations with a view towards destroying all remnants of the terrorists of the fringes of Lake Chad and other areas in northern Borno State. Addressing the plight of internally displaced persons was the focus of a roundtable strategic advocacy meeting in Abuja to adopt a national policy on internally displaced persons. The event was jointly organized by the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center and Civil Society Network on Migration and Development. Ifeanyi Izumba has details.
Efforts towards adopting a national policy on internally displaced persons began in 2006 with the constitution of the Presidential Committee on IDPs, which put together the first draft. Since then, series of advocacies have been initiated by various CSOs who have continued to remind government of the need to have a policy on IDPs. Coordinator CSO Netmate Emeka Obiezu pointed out that Nigeria shares a whopping sum of 3.3 million of the world IDPs.
The rise in number has continued with the recent and incessant flooding, instabilities, and various conflicts.
Until we begin to look at IDP issue as really dealing with people and taking care of them and finding durable solutions for them, it will be difficult.
Some representatives of the IDPs in Abuja share their experience.
We have 32 camps, both Abuja and Nasarawa, and we have almost 38,000 IDP.
The policy, when adopted, will provide for a better management of the two critical dimensions of the IDP situations, which requires immediate material relief and durable solutions. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Izumba, NT News.
And so, focusing on internally displaced persons in Nigeria, the federal government is in the process of finalizing a health scheme under the NHIS to make healthcare accessible to internally displaced persons. This was contained in the report presented to the 69th session of the Executive Committee of the United Nations High Commissioners Program in Geneva, Switzerland. Nigeria's Federal High Commissioner for Refugees, Migrants and IDPs, Sadia Omar Farouk, also requested that United Nations agencies should assist Nigeria in the resettlement process. United Nations member states are here to gauge the current national humanitarian response mechanism in comparison to what is obtainable in other parts of the world and international best practice.
Excellency,
Nigeria's Sadia Umar Farouk highlighted the nation's efforts, stressing that it carries out protection monitoring activities to identify the needs of refugees and internally displaced persons in the country.
Host communities in Nigeria continue to share their limited resources with refugees and have made farmlands and petty jobs available to some of the refugees. Coexistence, however, is becoming tense as local resources have been overstretched for more than 8 months since the beginning of the influx.
She also asked for the support of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees and other UN agencies in the management of internally displaced persons in Nigeria.
Currently, there are approximately 1.9 million internally displaced persons in Nigeria, mainly in the northeast region, which has become a situation of serious protracted displacement. Nigeria IDPs face numerous challenges such as lack of adequate water, shelter, food and education facilities for displaced children. They also face protection challenges as many of them are subjected to sexual and gender-based violence.
Nigeria is looking forward to the adoption of the Global Compact on Refugees in New York by the end of the year. And back home, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board has donated relief material to some flood-impacted communities in Bayelsa State. Fred Owefie reports that the board also partnered with the state government in training 250 science teachers into enhanced science education in the state.
The training, which lasted for 6 weeks, was aimed at equipping science teachers with requisite knowledge to improve the capacity and performance of students. Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Simbi Wabute, commended the teachers for successfully concluding the training, as the future of the society depends on them.
Realize the dwindling nature of enrollment in sciences in universities. And if you don't start it from the grassroots, you're not going to get the right set of students taking science subjects in the university.
Bayelsa State Commissioner for Education, Jonathan Obuebite, assured the teachers that the state government will continue to create an enabling environment for them to enhance their desired capacity.
I can see through the teachers the knowledge that has been imparted in them. What the local content board is doing is capacity building.
Some of the teachers expressed optimism that the training will improve their careers. The executive team of the board, however, visited some internally displaced persons in Amasuma, Tumbia, and Igbogene communities respectively and donated relief materials to flood victims. Items distributed were foodstuff, toiletries, beverages, mosquito nets, mattresses, and pillows. Beneficiaries commended the board for the gesture and promised to put the items into judicious use.
We are indeed bankrupt with adequate words to express our sincere appreciation.
We thank them so much.
More communities are expected to benefit from the gesture. Fred Owefie, NTA News.
And let's take you to Dubai for the 2018 Gulf Information Technology Exhibition, which has just opened there, with Nigeria showcasing its latest technological innovation in energy, health, education, and real estate. Chimdima Ndubisi has the details.
This is the 38th edition of the Gulf Information Technology Exhibition. More than 400 countries and organizations are here at the Dubai World Trade Center with some of the latest innovations in the world of technology.
This information and communication technology marketplace is a platform for countries and organizations to network and shop for investors. The focus at this edition is on 4 technological areas, namely Internet of Things, smart cities and manufacturers, as well as augmented and visual reality. Nigeria came ready with the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, other ICT-related agencies and regulators storming the world scene with the nation's young innovators who are displaying.
The innovations are many. Some is in agriculture, some in education, some in health. They usually come up with some ideas. Some ideas are implemented, some are in the pipeline.
In an interface with other countries and organizations, the Director General NITDA noted that Nigeria has most software applications on display at the exhibition, an indication that the country's ICT is fast growing to bring the desired economic growth and diversification. From Dubai, Chimdema Ndubisi, NTA News.
And for a bit on artificial intelligence, that's AI, the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, will continue to encourage young Nigerians, especially those with innovative minds, to help them be at par with their peers in developed countries. This is part of the message of the Director General of NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, at a Big Data and Entrepreneur Summit in Abuja. Adebola Brooksley Sunday reports.
Converged on this hall are young Nigerians who have piqued interest in advancing technology for humanity through the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers to use complex data in becoming entrepreneurs. Speakers use the medium to encourage the younger ones to embrace software designs, clouding, and other areas of information technology.
AI presents that opportunity, and as we advance, we will continue to have more demand for data science and AI type jobs.
The richest men in the world are entrepreneurs. They don't work for anybody. So that is what we're trying to achieve, that we can actually do it. You can actually do it by yourself if you believe in yourself.
The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, is one of the avenues the federal government uses to encourage young Nigerians with interests in ICT.
We attend these kinds of programs, and other programs organized by other agencies also, and developers, so that we can identify these innovations that our youths are coming up with, to enhance the digital economy.
It will be very useful for me in setting up my own industry, my business, especially in the area of AI and Internet of Things.
Acting Director Engineering Bruno Ezirike represented the Director General of the largest TV network in Africa, the NTA.
Nigerians have been known to be very good in software development, and this is all part of what artificial intelligence is doing. The youth can key in and be part of that new development that will definitely see our nation going to higher heights.
Artificial intelligence, AI, is the area most of the participants indicated interest in. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
And moving away from ICT, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi, on his 80th birthday. President Buhari said becoming an octogenarian and being 48 years on the throne was remarkable, considering the contributions of the monarch to upholding hard work and values of integrity, which are the hallmarks of the great Oyo Empire. The president prayed that God will continue to grant the royal father long life, good health, and more wisdom to sustain the legacies of his people. We now join Elizabeth in Lagos for more reports. Hello, Elizabeth.
It's nice to see you, Joy, and thank you for joining us in Lagos. The 15th Eastern Atlantic Hydrographic Commission Conference has opened in Lagos. Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, who declared the conference open, says it will complement an ongoing efforts by the federal government to reposition hydrographic services in the country. Paul Omokago has details.
The primary purpose of hydrography is to protect human lives at seas by facilitating safe navigation. It also contributes to the efficiency of maritime transportation by allowing voyages to be shortened. Acknowledging the importance of the maritime domain to development of the nation, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, urged delegates to use the 5-day conference to interact, share experiences, and resolve critical issues like maritime safety information and security.
It also provides basic information for expert management of the seas and oceans, as well as collection of marine geospatial knowledge and data for national development.
Hydrographer of the Nigerian Navy, Commodore Chukwuemeka Okafor, says hydrography is vital as it supports the delimitation of maritime boundaries and blue economy.
The steady progress made in hydrographic development has made it possible for these products to be produced in Nigeria.
There were goodwill messages from stakeholders who emphasized the need to minimize risks of pollution and environmental damage. The theme of the conference is regional awareness on maritime geospatial knowledge.
The 5-day conference, apart from being a platform for sharing knowledge, is expected to open up more areas of collaborations. In Lagos, Paul Omukago, NTA News.
The former workers of the defunct Nigeria Airways have heaved a sigh of relief as the federal government has commenced the final verification exercise and payment of their entitlements worth 22.6 billion naira. Nina Musa reports that the exercise is taking place simultaneously in Kano, Enugu and Lagos states.
Once agile and productive, many of these men and women are now weighed down by challenges of old age, which has affected their movement and working around a big task. In spite of this, former staff of the defunct Nigerian Airways have gathered for verification exercise and payment of their entitlements by the federal government.
Colleague of blood died because more of people of 10,000 died because of no, cannot buy drugs.
We want to eat the fruits of our labor.
Chairman Aviation Union's Grand Alliance, AUGA, Anima Shaun Lukman, said the orderly composure of the pensioners at the exercise is proof of their appreciation of the Buhari's administration for alleviating their plight.
We should give kudos to the Minister of Finance, the current Minister of Finance, who actually the last demonstration that happened in Abuja promised that within 1 week he will see what he can do to meet Mr. President. And within 6 days, he got the approval of Mr. President to release the fund.
For some, it wasn't all good news, as the names of their deceased parents or spouses who ought to be beneficiaries were absent on the payment list.
We find out that some names are removed from the list. That is the deceased family's name.
The rule says that the minimum pension that is obtainable is 5 years. And if somebody is late and have collected his pension in excess of 5 years, the pension stops the month that person dies.
The verification exercise will last 1 week. In Lagos, Nerus Nina Musa, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Network News. More reports ahead after this time out. Stay with us.
We hail. Those who divide our people are getting better at their game. Yet, now we did do ourselves pass. Lecturer, they oppress student them. Bus driver, they show passenger where. Local government people are terrifying local government people. Campaign people will come and go. Grammar people will remain. So now, many people have become Uncle Thomases, unwilling to desire or work for a better nation. We must continue to push and believe all. And small, our prayers will be answered. This education you go get down. These children, them go grow and prosper. And this business, it not go spoil for your hand. Because Union Bank understands what it means to push through challenges, and together we go clear every doubt when they are our way. Don't be an Uncle Thomas. Union Bank, your simpler, smarter bank.
Sore throat, it's often caused by bacteria and viruses. Feels like they're having a party. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain, plus it fights the germs with 2 germ-killing actives. Double power in 1 lozenge. Bye-bye sore throat. Take Strepsils.
When I was a little girl, I loved spending time with Mum and Grandma cleaning the house. I knew what Grandma's secret was. I was so excited to sing in the choir. And your shirts are always so white. I knew what Mum's secret was. Today, I'm a modern woman that still trusts the secrets passed down to me. It's Jik, of course, the trusted bleach which can be used all around your house for amazing results. Shh, it's our little secret. It's no secret. Jik removes 101 stains. Just Jik it.
Kehinde suffers from indigestion. His twin Taiyi suffers from heartburn. Sometimes it's the other way around, or both. That's why they use Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts for up to 4 hours. For double relief from heartburn and indigestion, Gaviscon Double Action.
Darling, what's the matter? It's your birthday. Guests are already waiting at the pool.
It's headache, cold, pains all over my body.
Cold Time Anti-Cold Tablet and powerful ingredients specially prepared to bring you fast relief from headache, body ache, cough, flu, cold, and fever.
Tablets will make you
Baby, how are you feeling now?
Wow, I feel great thanks to Cold-Time tablet.
Cold-Time tablet also available with syrup for children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Cold-Time anti-cold tablet, a quality product from Embassy Pharmaceuticals and Chemicals Limited. Cold-Time anti-cold tablet, your visa to healthy living.
Fake news which is shared for malicious purposes is a danger to our peace and security in Nigeria. Misinformation as fake news is a serious threat to our hard-earned democracy and promotes hatred and understanding in our communities. We are all responsible for stopping the spread of fake news in its tracks. So, always check the source and credibility of any news item. Say no to fake news. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information.
Thank you for staying with us. ECOWAS strategizes towards achieving single currency as Central Bank of Nigeria expresses resolve to stabilize the exchange rate. This and more with Muplang Dakok on Business News.
Good evening and welcome to Business News. ECOWAS member countries have joined forces to interlink their payment system to make trading between African countries easier. When it takes effect, West African states would be closer to achieving their dream of migrating to a single currency known as the ECO. Director General West African Monetary Institute Ngozi Egbuna says Nigeria, the Gambia, Guinea, Ghana, Liberia and Sierra Leone will be used to pilot the payment system's infrastructure. The Central Bank of Nigeria says the country is maintaining stable exchange rate to avoid depreciation of the naira rather than building foreign reserve buffers as suggested by the International Monetary Fund. Governor of the bank, Godwin Emefiele, stated this after the meetings with investors and institutions at the International Monetary Fund and World Bank Group meetings in Bali, Indonesia. He said Nigeria, like other emerging markets, has also lost reserves, but only marginally because it managed to sustain stability in its foreign exchange market. And on the stock market, transactions ended downward today. The all-share index and market capitalization dropped by 0.14% to close at 32,413. The financial services industry topped the activity chart, led by transactions in the shares of UBA, FCMB, and Fidelity. AXA Mansard recorded the highest price gain of 10% at 1 naira 98 kobo. It was followed by Fort Oil and Nascon, while Cotix, Fitson, and Wapik were the top worst performing stocks for the day. And that's Business News. Thank you for watching. I am Muplang Dakok.
Rekik Bengsia, makers of Dettol, are partnering the government to increase awareness and understanding of the importance of hand washing with soap as an effective and affordable way to prevent diseases. Ngufan Shaje reports that this is part of activities marking Global Hand Washing Day.
This simple act of washing hands is done by these children is a lifesaver, and this is why efforts are being made to make it a habit in Nigeria. Not imbibing this habit has in the past cost Nigeria the lives of about 150,000 children under the age of 5 as a result of diarrhea.
Every October 15th, the practice of hand washing is celebrated globally to reiterate the importance of hand washing. And in an attempt to promote this, Dettol is staying in the forefront, and they are engaging 3,000 students, an attempt they intend to break the Guinness World Record. There is the belief that if children practice this daily, they would be able to do away with child mortality and diarrhea.
So this act of hand washing is what we're going to rededicate ourselves to. So of course we can trust Dettol
It helps protect families from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
You need to wash your hands minimum 5 times a day. When you do that with antibacterial soap, you will prevent illnesses, and this is something that we need for a healthy future in Nigeria.
It can be viewed as an essential do-it-yourself vaccine.
This is not lost on the children as they speak on the importance of always washing their hands.
I want to wash my hands so I will not fall sick, so my parents will not take me to hospital.
If I don't wash my hands, I will infect diseases like cholera, diarrhea, skin issues.
This year, Global Hand Washing Day focuses on the links between hand washing and food with the slogan, "Clean hands, a recipe for health." In Abuja, Gufan Shaji, NTA News.
And as Nigeria joins the global community to commemorate the International White Cane Safety Day, the basic appeal by visually impaired persons is for policymakers to formulate policies and laws that will enforce the use of white cane, as well as provide protection to the group while using the cane on the street. Health correspondent Rabi Abdallah tells us more.
It's with the white cane that they get to know the environment around them, where they can step, whether it's safe, whether it's not safe, in which direction to go, whether there's an object in front of them, on the side of them.
Responses from the inquiry on how aware is the public of this important symbol that could be described as an indispensable companion to the visually impaired was quite encouraging. However, he who wears the shoe knows where it pinches.
Most of them that they are trying to across with that white stick. So what I did, I just have to mash my brake down so that they will pass.
I traveled to Japan. Once anybody see you with the white cane, they will always stop to ask you, do you want to cross? What kind of assistance do you need? But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. We have heard of people, when they stretch their cane is being broken by cars or upcoming vehicles, or even human beings who even step on the cane.
The sensitization walk, organized by the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and partners with pupils and students of the FCT School for Blind Children, depicts what the day stands for.
Apart from giving them guide cane, we also give them assistive devices, the police and the road safety, to ensure that the blind, are assisted when using the road.
Other visually impaired members of the public discovered along the way were picked up by the organizers to be provided with white cane and education on the usage. In Abuja, Rabi Abdallah, NTA News.
It's time for us to join Salamatu in our Sokoto Network Center for stories making the rounds in that zone. Hello, Salamatu.
Hello, Joy. Good to have you on NTA in Sokoto. The Nigerian Army says it is creating a conducive working environment to ensure combat readiness among its officers and men. The General Officer commanding 8th Division Nigerian Army Sokoto, Major General Stevenson Olabami, stated this at a training for promotion from captains to majors. Sadia Umadiki has more.
The officers are from various military formations and units in the country. The commanding officer, 8th Division Nigerian Army Sokoto Major General Stevenson Olabenji told the participants to strictly adhere to the rules and regulations of the service, as the Nigerian Army will not tolerate acts of indiscipline. He urged them to be worthy ambassadors of their formations, as the Nigerian Army will do its best to provide them conducive working environment to enable them protect the integrity of the nation.
I expect your conduct to be exemplary. Your standard of discipline must therefore be above board, as no act of indiscipline will be condoned.
The examination president and commander training and doctrine command, Ademola Salihu, told the participants that their success is significant in their career. Major General Salihu pledged the Nigeria's Army's resolve to maintain standards in the military profession. In Sokoto, Sadia Umar Digi, NTA News.
The Kebbi State Police Command has arrested 40 political thugs with dangerous weapons. Aminu Bello Kauji has more.
Various parts of Kebbi State during the just concluded political parties' primaries. Weapons recovered from them include cutlasses, knives, hacksaw, and sticks. The Kebbi State Police Commissioner, Kabiru Ibrahim, said investigations are on and anybody found in connection with activities of thugs will also be prosecuted. The commissioner said the police is poised to ensure political thuggery is dealt with as directed by the Inspector General of Police.
We are getting to the roots of it. This will certainly be prosecuted, they will be charged to court. The other ones who are going to be identified, we're going to arrest them and we're going to prosecute them.
He warned that not only the thugs, the police will deal with any group or individuals trying to disrupt the peace Kebbi State is known for. The Kebbi State Police Command had earlier invited leaders of political parties, aspirants, and other stakeholders to a meeting where issues of public order and peaceful conduct of political activities were discussed. In Sokoto, Aminu Bello Kauji, NTN News.
That does it from Sokoto. We now join Chineye in our Enugu studio for more reports. Hello, Chineye. Good to have you.
Thank you, Salamatu, and welcome to Enugu. Reactions have continued to trail the recent announcement of former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi as running mate to the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. Claim of inadequate consultation of PDP stakeholders from the Southeast was the major reason of complaints by the Southeast PDP stakeholders, even as they lauded the nomination of Peter Obi as running mate from the zone. Ijoma Ugweke has the details.
Southeast People's Democratic Party stakeholders have frowned at the decision of the party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, in announcing his choice of running mate from the zone without due consultation. Briefing journalists after an emergency meeting of the stakeholders in Enugu, the PDP Southeast Zonal Chairman, Austin Umahi, said, although they appreciate zone, coming to know about it only on social media publications was an embarrassment to them.
Please understand me very, very well so that you don't misquote Southeast. Peter Obi is our son and is from Southeast. We are not rejecting anybody, but we are saying we are not aware.
The meeting was attended by the 3 PDP governors from the zone, party leaders from the 2 non-PDP states, as well as other holders of high political offices from the 5 states, including the Deputy President of the Senate, Ike Ekweremadu. In Enugu, Ijomu Gweke, NTN News.
October 15th every year is set aside as Global Handwashing Day to drive advocacy towards increasing awareness and understanding about the importance of hand washing with soap as an effective and affordable way to prevent disease and save lives. In this report, Jude Abugu takes a look at the theme of this year's event, which is Clean Hands, a Recipe for Health.
Hand washing is an attitude that everybody needs to develop. Everyone does wash their hands. Some people like washing their people that knows the importance of washing their hands.
The Global Hand Washing Day, which focuses attention on the need for individuals to imbibe the culture of hand washing, is a major international event aimed at disease prevention. The theme for this year, Clean Hands, a Recipe for Health, beams global searchlight on the relationship between hand washing, cleanliness, food hygiene, and health.
About 70% of diarrheal disease may be associated to poor hygiene. Apart from the fact that diarrheal diseases contribute significantly to the death of children, especially the under 5, it also limits the body's ability to absorb nutrition from food, leading to undernutrition.
Although experts advise that people imbibe the culture of regular hand washing before and after eating, as well as after defecation, some rural communities and schools may not practice this regularly due to poverty, lack of water, and ignorance.
Washing hands with soap is the ultimate, but in the absence of soap, we also do use maybe ash
This year's event offers another opportunity to remind the global community on the need to make hand washing a routine part of family life, establishment of places to wash hands in schools, household, workplaces, and health facilities in order to prevent diseases. In Enugu, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
And that's our contribution from Enugu. Network News continues with Joy in Abuja after this time out.
On Tuesday Live this week, the desirability of Executive Order 6 as a potent tool for the fight against corruption comes under focus. We shall also be taking a second look at political parties' primaries and matters arising. It is a double package that promises to be exciting, educative and engaging. Tuesday Live, 10:30 p.m. Don't miss it.
Helen! Your kitchen gets 10 out of 10. Thank you. This also gets a 10. Should we see the toilet now? Sure. This gets just 1. It is clean. But not perfect 10. Better than my detergent and bleach? Impossible. Challenge? Try the new Apic 10X.
Compared to bleach and detergent, Apic sticker formulation removes yellow stains times better, giving you a sparkling clean toilet.
Wow.
Now you also take that
Apic 10X challenge.
Also available in 200 ml pack.
And talking sports now, Libya hosts Nigeria Super Eagles in reverse fixture of AFCON qualifier as GSS Cairo become champions of NUTAF competition in Abuja. Amanzi Marcus has details on Sports Update.